Hello and welcome. We are going to try to do this live. I have been some technical difficulties, so just one cam today. Hopefully that will be sufficient. Hopefully it will be entertaining enough for you guys to watch. So let's see. I'm just going to pop up some things on my screen here so I can have a better view on chat and stuff like that, and then we shall go on to be painting. What we are here is a beholder. It is from Starhat Miniatures, starhatminiature.com, and right now you can get miniatures from Starhat, free shipping worldwide. Just get that deal with, and it's good, and it's having a painting challenge and everything right now. So a lot of stuff going on there, so you probably should check out. So yeah, let's see if I can find the things I wanted to have. There we go. Let's say we have to change some things here. I see we have to change the name of the tag here and stuff like that. So I need to get that sorted. So I'm just going to insert some key things there, and it's difficult to talk and to write at the same time. Go figure. Okay, something like that. I think we are set now, so we should just go with this. This will be sufficient, I hope. Okay, so now we have done that. We can go back to this and see. Yeah, everything looks great. So now I just go to have this one over here, and like so, and we should be gonna go in just a few seconds. Okay, so yeah, we got difficult technical difficulties here, so sorry for this strange opening, but now we are in it to win it. What I have done so far, I have been painting over at Twitch, the first part of this, and what I have done, I have used from deep blue colors to reds, deep reds, sunset purples, violet, and fuchsia, almost like a pink. And I have painted it on with let's see if I can find the brush I've used. It was a big brush, something like this I used, and I just let's see if I can get it. There you go, like flat bristles, and I just with wet paint got back and forth with colors. I started with the brightest color I used, fuchsia, and then I just back and forth too. I liked how it looked. I wanted it to look kind of organic, and the bottom being more of a blue blackish color, and the top being lighter colors. So yeah, I'm kind of happy with this, and I think we are going to move on today, and I'm going to try to paint the eye. This is my goal for today, is to paint this eye as good as I can. So yeah, that is the plan today. So okay, let's see if we have any interaction here. Maybe not. All right, so let's see if we can find. Okay, so anyways, we are going to paint the eye, and you know, I have been thinking about different colors for the eye, and I am thinking of trying to make it like a human blue eye, and we are just going to try out different things and see how it works. So I'm just going to wriggle the camera a little so I get a better position for myself to paint, something like that. And let's see, it's kind of obscured. Let's see if we can fix this. Is this better for the stream? Yeah, that's much better. Okay. Then we have the whole picture. All right, we are learning things. I'm going to have a stark white in this color. I'm going to have Arctic blue, and I'm going to mix in like a skin color to the eye. If you're seeing on a human eye, you can see they are not stark white. Normally on miniatures I'm painting them just white, but I'm going to try, as it is such a big eye, this one, I'm going to try to do a little more kind of effort into it. So we are going to just play around and see how it looks, and if we don't like it, we can just paint over it, thin down the paints and everything like that. So the beholder has one eye to behold. No, it's got many. Let's see. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 eyes around, and 11 with that one in the middle. That's a lot of eyes. So this is a key feature to the mini. So we are going to take our time with it. So we are going to lay multiple coats of colors on the eyes and just make them work for us. So the blue color, I think you're going to have around the edges here, like I done here. So I have already gone with the airbrush before I painted. I did an airbrush with two colors, a black one and a grayish whitish color, and what you can see and the big eye. It was too difficult for me to maintain it with 10 other eyes. So I painted over them just to get the skin color of the beholder done, and I really like the colors I got from it. So I'm happy to do this extra work afterwards. And anytime you're doing something that you don't like, you just go back and paint over it. That's the main reason, the main point of thin down your paints. Meaning have a damp brush, when you are putting it in the water, rinse it off, but don't super dry it, so it's moist brush bristles. I find this to be a really good, effective way of doing it. Probably a lot of different ways to paint, like there are always different paths to the same kind of result, and you just have to find your way to it. And I like this way, and I think it's a good advice to thin down your paints, because if you are having a thick layer of paint on it, it will obscure your detail on your miniature. It will dry not that fast. So what you can end up with is starting painting over something that isn't dry yet, and then you are in the world of trouble. Especially when you have metal, because metal then will probably start to flake, and you get this bare metal underneath it too. So you just want to take your time and some prime, and then put on a matte varnish just to seal the deal really good with metal. I haven't done it. I'm thinking while I'm talking right now that that's probably something I should do, but yeah, there you go. It's nothing wrong with not doing it, but with metal you have moist fingers, and I'm holding this miniature with my bare hands, and I may rub off the color on the body here. Well, let's see if we have done it already. Yeah, you can see it giving. I have already started to rub to the metal, so that's not good. So I'm going to try to hold on the wood here. I am going over with a varnish afterwards, but I should have primed and then varnished. I'm so excited. You know, it's like there's so cool miniatures that you want to just skip steps so you can get to the good parts, and it's not always the best play. You should like do all the steps in the correct order to get the best results always. So yeah, lesson learned. So next time, I really like this miniature. I think I'm going to have him appear in a game. I'm actually thinking about having him maybe as a warband in the Vanguard and in as a strike team in Dead Zone and stuff like that, because it's such a cool miniature, and you can write in him as a monster, of course, in other types of games too. I just see so much potential in this miniature because it's so awesome. Okay, so this is what you call it. This is the pale skin. So it's a little dab of orangey in it. So it's not stark white, and there are not many eyes that are stark white, especially old eyes. The older you get more and more kind of not pure white eye sockets, or what you want to call it. So if you are watching, please say hello or something. That would be really nice. Ask question if you want to and stuff like that. It's fun to hang out. This is more of a hangout than let's what you call it. This is more a hangout than a tutorial on how to paint. But if you have any questions, you can just ask, and I'm going to try to answer it as good as I can. Let's see, it's kind of stuck. It's dried up here a bit for me, so I just use a metal piece here to open it up a bit. There we go, like so. Right, and we're moving on. Okay, so now we have pure white. I'm going to mix it with the pale skin, and we are going to concentrate more on the center of the eyes. And so you're going from kind of a dark bluish color and the edge, and then you are going for a brighter color in the center, and then you of course have the eye thingy, pupil probably called, and this will give this sphere this round shape, more roundness to it. So what we are just doing is emphasizing the shape of the miniature. So that's what we are always trying to do. We are trying to work with miniature and emphasize the details on it, and the exception is when you are freehanding and painting your own stuff on it. If I wanted to make more scaly, like so, that is a possibility. But then I kind of work against the miniature. But I don't want to say against, but you know what I mean. You're not working completely with the shapes and structure of the miniature. But you are reimagining it, and that's a fun thing to do as a painter. I don't say it's a bad thing. It's just a different approach, and you can do both. You can blend thoughts and stuff. So now we have the middle kind of in it, and now we are going to go back with the blue, and already you can see a kind of good detail here. I'm going to let that dry a little, and I'm just going to blend in that kind of a sand color here with a little white, and we're just going to, for the teeth, just to make the paint on the eyes dry a little. I'm painting something else just to not irritate it too much while it's drying, because the last thing you want to do is kind of push paint over wet paint, because then you are drying the layer that you have painted from the miniature. Acrylic paints do dry really fast. It's why it's used as a medium in miniature painting. You can paint with oils too, but then you need more thinners and stuff like that to make it dry faster, so you actually can paint the miniature. But there you have to have time to let it set and to dry completely. But painting with oils are a different format and will give you a really good result on the miniature with the practice, of course, like everything else. But it's like kind of the really fun things by painting miniatures is that you never end you can always improve your painting skill, and the thoughts and the philosophy behind painting a miniature can change over time, and that's kind of fun to be on the journey. We are going to hit that with a little red, just like so, make that dry, and then we can go back and okay, I just missed a spot, so we are going back to fix it right away. Okay, so and then we are going off to the eyes again, and we are going to use this pale bluish color. It's Arctic blue, and it's going to be on the edges, on the rims, or what you want to call it, on the eyes, all around. So just making it taking a shake, and then we are going for it. All right, so I'm experimenting with on where to do this paint episodes, and which time I can be on and stuff like that, to see when people actually want to look at this live, because that's kind of the fun thing, to get a live interaction with people. Let's see if we can. There we go. And I don't know if I can get it in the spot. Yeah. So this is my wet palette. Is kind of messy, but it works for me. Okay, now we're going to try to be really gentle with where we are putting it, and it's giving this grayish bluish color to the eye. It's a good effect, and hopefully we are going to get a really nice pupil out of this in the end, but if not, we can just paint over and start over again. But we are going to try to be as neat as we can, and just dab it on us. So this is to give the effect of the round shape, this sphere shape, to be more sweary. That's a word. Maybe I made it up right now, but yeah, there you can see the shape, and in the edge here we are going to like pin wash with black, I think, or blue, something like that, a dark color. And now we are going to go on the other 10 around here and do the same thing, and we are just taking our time and trying to be as neat as we can. A good moist brush all the time, and not trying to get the acrylic paint to dry on the brush. because that is going to work very hard on the bristles on the brush, and you don't want that. So you always want to paint a little and then go back, wet it up, dry off everything, and then reassemble some paint on it and go from there. And you want to try to don't have more like paint more than 50%, like from the tip and 50% down, because you are going to mess up the brush, and this is one of your really important tools. And you can buy expensive, or you can buy Raphael. It's a Kolensky 8404. I think this is a good. It can. The tip is really nice on this, and you can use it. And it's not that expensive that other brands are. No, I haven't tried every brand there is. I have tried Army brush, and I've tried Game Workshops and knockoff Kolensky brushes from China. I bought some from Wish, and I have tried them, and yeah, they are too. The point on the brush is not holding up. So the tip of the brush, you want that to be pointy, and so you can get lucky with any brush, but with a little more expensive brushes you can find it's more constant. The tip is, and you need to, of course, wash it every time you have been painting, get all the things off, and put a little like conditioner can use, because this is an animal hair and it's hair, so the conditioner will do the same thing with the bristles on an animal hair that it will do with your hair, and it will smell nice, but then when you are starting to paint again, you need to rinse the brush so you don't get that perfume and all that nasty stuff on the miniature. But there are brush cleaners that you can use too, and many of them are good. Master brush cleaner something in a, I have it somewhere, but I'm not going to find it right now, but that's a good one. But I do believe many of them are really good, and you can find them in artist stores where artists may find their art supply, or on eBay or something like that. Yeah, so you see now we are just making the squares more round shaped. And this is the fun part. This is where you bring a miniature to life, when you are starting with the details and taking great care and notice on how shapes are and how they act on the miniature and their purpose on the miniature, and you're trying to like bring it to life. So there you can see I have some places I have missed, and you can see here is some paint over there, and that's not any concern, because we have colors here we can put on it when it's dry and when everything else is finished. So already here we can see it's looking good. Gary, hello! The problem with live shows that is they won't suit everyone, especially when you have viewers all over the place. Yeah, lovely weasel bumhole hairs. Got to run along. Take it easy, Dicey. Catch you later. Thank you. Yeah, it's the biggest problem for me is this is in the recording, so people can see it later. Anyways, if they are interested. But my biggest concern or a problem is when I'm making live shows at nighttime, when I can get more views. You get so pumped afterwards. You have this high from just interacting with all the people, and it doesn't have to be that many that are talking to you either, but you get this you get this high afterwards, and it's impossible to get to bed and sleep. And as a father of 3 kids and 2 of them are under 4, it's it's like yeah, it's too hard. But yeah, in time it will be possible, but right now it's kind of a hard thing for me, but yeah. Alright, so we are just going over what we already have done to emphasize on the thing. And now you can see why I use this kind of a sand color on the teeth, because I want them to look like teeth. And yeah, you can use the same color on different things on a miniature, and your eye will perceive them as different colors and as different objects. But by giving them a different color, also you're giving this, you're accelerating the difference, and it will pull the eye in different directions instead of just looking at everything in the same color. Imagine if this was black and white, and then you can see the real difference, and then you can see what is light, what is dark color. So red colors will and blue colors will be really dark, and yellow colors and green colors will be really high in contrast, so it will be more whitish in a black and white photograph. And that can be a really good trick to do, and take pictures of your miniatures when you are half done. You have put on all your base colors, and then just take a photo, and then you can see what contrast is, and then you can work from that. Okay, so now it's kind of dry. Now we are going in for the kill. Now we're going to try to do pupil. Okay, and I am not sure. I am so not sure what to do. I think I'm going to do a little Google search. Google search here to see how the eyes are painted. Okay, so many paint them in yellow and with like a snake iris. So maybe we should do it like that then. Yeah, we are going to try to do it that way. So it has more of a cat eye or a lizard eye, something like that, and yellow around it. So we are going to try with this thinnery yellow, and then we are going for the black inside of that again. Okay, I'll just give it a good shaky, and we are going. Let's see. Okay, so now we are going in with the yellows, and it's a kind of dirty yellow. It's meaning that it's blended with white, so it's not pure yellow. It's not kind of a, so I think it will work better as an organic eye. Let's see if we can get it to be where we want it to be. There we go. And we are going to try and do this. Something like this. Yeah. that is, I think that's going to work really good. Let's see if I can something. Something like so. And then we have to go around and do the same with the 10 others. And we just go to make a little C and a backwards C on it. Will helpfully convey this shape. I'm trying to be as nice as I can. So what I'm doing is kind of my interpretation of the beholder, but I'm also trying to be kind of true to the classic look. But you know, there were so many different sources to see from on the search, so we just have to go with the gut feeling and what we think looks cool. So apparently yellow eyes are cool. Something like that. Yeah, it even shows better on camera than in real life. So what I'm going to try is to, on the edge here and here with thin down wash, make the shape out again, and the slit in the middle we are going to do in like dark blue to black. And now the real test is coming. Can we do it? And we'll see if we can. Like so. And we are straight in the middle. And we are just caressing it in and trying to get the pupil as cat-ish as we can. And yeah, and this will give us room for watered down blood veins on the edges. Okay, now we're going to wet the bristle again, and then we're going to go in and make slits here. See, it's so many different positions, so it's kind of hard to get every like eye pupil thing in the shot, but it's going to be, I think it's going to be really effective when done. And black and yellow is a good contrasty colors to each other. All right, and then we are there, and there. Okay, there are this is the eyes. Yeah, I'm kind of happy with that. We are going in and making it a little bigger. And there you can see already a really good effect how it looks. And now we are going with different kind of washes and so on, and then we are going to finish it up. But okay, so now we are it's from now and out you can mess it up. So from this stage is where it's going to be difficult to remain and have what's already there without ruining it. So we have something called Carabrook Crimson. It's a shade, and we are going to thin it down, and we're going to try to make veins in the eye. And now all the work we have done up to now we might step back and repaint everything. So you can leave it like this, but if you want kind of really old tired eyes kind of a look, you probably need to do this. But yeah, so it's about 50-50 mix of this red shade and water. And we're just going from the edge and in a little, and like little lightning strikes, zigzaggies, and I'm just holding my breath right now. And something like that. It doesn't have to be more obvious than that, I think. Because the veins are not in the front of the eyes. This is behind, behind the sphere here. There are, yeah, I don't know how it actually how it works on eyes, really. So I shouldn't. And on the edges, we are going to emphasize the darkness of it with the Drakenhof Nightshade. Yeah, it's there, like so. And we are just going to have it around the edge here. We might even go back and have some black in it too, but just trying to make the eye pop out of the socket almost. Then we go like this, and I'm holding my breath again. So I'm doing this step after the other one because then I can kind of hide where I missed the stuff and stuff like that. So it's under this shade and instead of over it, and that's the way you can think when you're painting in that. Not everything needs to be in perfect shape and stuff. You can paint over it with other colors, darker colors afterwards, if you planned for it. So something like this. Let's see if the effect is rather good. And then you go on the top here and here. I'm going to go with a bright color to get the lids better. Then I'm going to go with this black Drakenhof color around now, and I'm going to do it off camera because it's 10 eyes and I'm kind of thinking I'm not getting any more interaction here, so I think I just do that off camera, and then we will pop back live maybe tonight and see if we get more interaction with people, because that's part of the fun of doing it live. So all right. Anyways, thank you for watching this, and bye now.